Let's color code your data in Google Sheets by rows today. Let's say you've given a formative assessment and then you want to use that data to help you do your lesson plans for the next week based on how they did. Well, when we look at the data, we can sort of see through that Ocean, she didn't do very well, so we probably need to help her with that. But it's a real pain, and this is only 20 students. I couldn't imagine having 4, 5, 6 classes of 25 students trying to find that information. So today we're going to take this data and turn it into this. So I can see exactly Chelsea, Ocean, Nikita, Calvin, and Amin all need some additional help. Figure out why they did so bad on our little formative assessment. And we can see that Isabel and Jemima, Josephine, they all did pretty well. So we're going to convert this to this. How do we do that? We do that with conditional formatting. Up underneath the format, there is an option called conditional formatting. Hey, that's great. Apply to range. So this is the range that we want to color code. And we want to say A2 through, and that's the colon means, through, A2 through our bottom row, which is D21. D20. A2 through D21. So it will highlight this with the default formatting. Don't worry about that. That's why that went green. Our first step, apply to range. We select the range that we want to apply. Format rules. This is where we're going to say custom formula. This is where it gets tricky because it's not like how the formulas you usually see. So it's going to look a little freaky at first, but we'll get it there. We're going to use absolute addressing for the column with the data we have in it, which is the D column. Absolute addressing, don't worry about that nice big word. It means we use a $sign. So our formula, D, $D colon $D. Don't worry about all that. That's just the data that we're going to look at to compare. Anything greater than or equal to 90 or equal to greater than 90 greater than or equal to 90, and you notice it already highlighted the rows that are over here. $D colon $D is what we're going to compare, and if it is greater than or equal to 90, we're going to color it green. Let's just make that a little darker green. That's going to be our first rule. So we're going to add another rule. We're going to apply to our range. A2 colon D21. You notice it highlights the whole range, so we know we got it. Custom formula equals $D colon $D is greater than or equal to 80. And we want to color those a very light green. And you notice it selected the ones that were in the 80s. Now, why didn't it change the ones that were 90s? Because we selected greater than or equal to 80. Well, these kind of go in order of precedence. So it's going to do the 90s first, and then it's going to do the 80s, and we don't have to worry about, as long as we keep on doing a lesser one each time, we don't have to worry about accidentally coloring another row that we've already colored. A2 colon D. And see, sometimes you got to play. And you got to learn to type. Some formula equals $D colon $. Put that out there so you can see. colon $B greater than or equal to 70. We want to color it yellow. Ah, there's why. 21. Haha! It's always the little things that get you. And then finally, we're going to color everything else red. So A2 colon D21 custom formula equals our data's in column B. And here we're just going to say greater than 0 because this is going to be our catch-all. And we want those to be red. Here are our 4 colors. So if it's greater than 90, it's going to be this dark green. Greater than 80, it's going to be this light green. Greater than 70, it's going to be this yellow. And then everybody else is going to be red. So I know right away, okay, I got a ton of red here. So that test that I gave, I really need to look and see where they're struggling and reattack that information, because obviously most of the class did not get it. So that's how you can color code your data in a spreadsheet, in a Google Sheet. I'm going to have a link to this spreadsheet in the description so you can go and see it. It's going to be view only, so you have to copy it if you need to play with it. And that's it for this week. I hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe and check out my website at educate.me. Thank you for watching to the end. Stay classy.